Welcome again to part 2 of my Star Wars Master Series of minifigures, because that's what I do. That's what I do with my life. I draw minifigures. And if that wasn't obvious enough, anyway, last week I covered minifigures based on characters from the original trilogy. If you haven't seen that, please go do and watch the entire thing. Come right back here. I promise I will wait for you. Maybe. I have a lot of stuff to cover today. But this week, we will be covering minifigures from none other than the prequels. I love the prequels, and I always have, and I hope that shows through in the minifigures here. Like, as any Star Wars fan worth his weight in credits will tell you, they just get better with age.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power!
The Senate will decide your fate.
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
I don't like sand. Hello there.
I mean, come on, it ages like fine wine and cheese. It's beautiful. But anyway, I will stop reflecting on my love of these movies, and let's get into it. Our first figure is Anakin Skywalker, just after his fall to the dark side. Now you may think Vader here looks a bit bland, but seriously, this is actually pretty different from the official Episode 3 Anakins, because this one has more detailed printing on the torso and a new face. The official Anakins usually just use all black. He also comes with a new hood, and finally, dull molding for his prosthetic robot arm, and obviously, a lightsaber. Obi-Wan kind of falls into the same camp as Anakin, since Kenobi really doesn't change his outfit between all of the prequels. He just gets a beard and shorter hair as time goes on. But I did my best to make him more unique, with doll-molded boots, the new hood, and a smirky smile, probably from, below there. The final main prequel hero is Padme Amidala, who has gotten really very few minifigures throughout the entire span of LEGO Star Wars. For her appearance here, she is in her outfit from the Naboo battle, with velvety red printing, muddy boots, and a new hairpiece for her special ponytail thing. I don't know how she had time to do her hair before fighting in a battle, but she did, so here we are. Next is a very important character that we still haven't gotten, being Shmi Skywalker, who is arguably responsible for Anakin's initial fall to the dark side. What with her going and dying. Gosh. Shmi is a relatively simple figure, but I think she works out well. Some of the most annoying characters in the prequels came from the Neimoidian race. That might be a racist statement, but Lot Dot is certainly annoying. The Neimoidian senator, who is against the proof of a blockade, comes in this series with a new piece for his massive headdress, the new dress piece, and a hologram. Could he be talking to our next figure? Would you look at that? It's the kindly, lovable old Senator Palpatine, who doesn't have anything to hide at all, because he is the most trustworthy senator in the entire galaxy. Senator Palpatine uses the Widow's Peak hairpiece, a clone shoulder thing for his shoulder cape, and the new dress piece. Man, don't you just love Palpatine? There's nothing that he's hiding at all. Vote Palps 2020. Another conspicuous absentee is Boss Nass. And no, I'm not going to do the thing that he does with his cheeks, because, really, I just can't do it. My best friend, though, he's got it down to a science, so good on you. Boss Nass comes with a new headpiece that also includes his hat and the Peace Orb. The Peace Orb, I don't know what it stands for, but it stands for something. Well, what do you know? It's Dexter Jetster, the owner of the best diner this side of the Kessel Run. Dex uses the Rio arms, which is, interestingly, the third time I've used them on a figure in recent memory, but also comes with a new sandwich board piece for his head and belly, which is appropriately grease-stained to heck. You might be surprised to know that clones have a big part in Attack of the Clones, and we've never gotten a clone minifigure outside of his armor. No, old Captain Rex doesn't count. The clone cadet here is in his standard issue uniform as seen in the second movie, and comes with a blaster, Finn's hair, and more appropriate skin tone to match Tamura Morrison. Kaminoans are also very absent from LEGO Star Wars, so I thought I'd rectify that problem today. Tanwi, the head cloner of the Kaminoan cloning facilities, is the representative for the Kaminoan race, and she uses a new long neck and headpiece, the long skirt, and while her accessory isn't quite accurate to the movie, I thought it still worked. It is the inhibitor chip, which is focused upon heavily in Star Wars The Clone Wars. Wat Tambor, the leader of the Techno Union, is our next figure. And no, his shoulder pads aren't actually a new piece. They first came with the Darth Malgus minifigure from a few years back. And no, I would not fault you for forgetting that Darth Malgus had a figure. Because he did. And I completely forgot about it until I found this piece. Anyway, that's what Wat Tambor uses, along with the dress, and that's pretty much it. Like Rebel Friend last week, Jedi Bob is a similarly important character. And yes, go look him up immediately if you do not know who this savior of the Jedi Order is. Jedi Bob is significantly updated from his last physical appearance, with better printing, a flesh tone, but still keeping the green lightsaber and that winning smile. Senator Bail Organa has a very important role in the prequels, and so I thought I could include him in this series. His outfit is based on the one from the end of Revenge of the Sith, when he is helping all of the Jedi escape the clones. As such, he comes with a cape, a blaster, a comb-over hairpiece, and a skeptical eyebrow after talking with some of the traitorous clone troopers. Speaking of which, Clone Commander Bakara is next. Bakara has a very interesting design for his armor, mostly coming from the helmet, so his helmet is a new piece. He also comes with shoulder pads and the Kama that are common with Clone Commander minifigures, and he also comes with a blaster rifle to shoot down those pesky Jedi. Speaking of which, the Last Jedi minifigure is Coleman Kaj, Jedi Council member and all-around stand-up guy. I mean, look at that smile! I'm only complimenting him this much because I'm afraid he might eat me. I mean, look at that smile. He comes with a new headpiece, and a lightsaber, and a cape, and I want to move on because he terrifies me. I mean, he inspires me. The last figure in this series is very fitting. It's Baron Papanoida, who looks suspiciously like a filmmaker that I know about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look him up. It's fitting, I promise. Papanoida uses a new headdress and comes with a cane. Thank you for this universe. It might not have been a surprise, but I'm sure it's a welcome one. With that, the prequel series is complete, meaning I am 2/3 done with the Star Wars Master Series. And don't get me wrong, I really do like the prequels. Even apart from the memes, I just think they're good movies. And I hope that showed through in the figures today. Next Friday, guys, the Rise of Skywalker comes out, and the final video in this series comes out. The sequels. And I like the sequels, and I'm really excited to see how Rise of Skywalker closes it out. It could be bad, it could be good. I don't really care. I just love Star Wars. So stick around for next week, and I will see you then. Later.